Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. It is Friday, and that means time for Dorking with Dice. We do it this way every Friday with a box of vintage packs and a big pink D20, the numbers on which correspond to the 20 packs in the Magic box. This week, we've got baseball, football, and hockey. I don't know if I think this could be the last week for the mixed batch of 3 different sports because the World Series ended this week. Again, congratulations to the Rangers on their victory. So technically baseball will not be happening next week, so you're going to have to tune in and see what I do next week on Dorking with Dice. This might be the last week for all 3 sports in the box. Remove baseball next week. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. We'll see how we feel. Next week's going to be, I'm just going to tell you, I don't usually do this. I'm usually pretty circumspect about what I'm doing with the channel, but next week is going to be some awesomeness on this channel. I'm just going to tell you right now, you do not want to miss next week's episodes. On Monday, I've got a great mail day. A huge box just arrived from one of you awesome people. Cannot wait to open that. I can open that with my son if I can corral him. He's very busy this week and he's got a lot going on, but I'm going to see if I can get him to sit down. There's stuff in there for me, stuff in there for him. And I want to thank you guys for sending me so much great stuff. You guys are the best. So many of you have sent me such awesome stuff. And I am extremely, extremely grateful. It means a great deal to me and to my son. We have so much fun opening that on the channel and going through it and adding it to our collections afterwards. It means so much to both of us. So thank all of you who have sent me stuff over the years I've been doing this channel. It's just awesome, and I appreciate it so much. And Monday we're going to have a really great box to go through. I'm certain of that. Next week we're also going to be doing a new product that is unlike any product that I have ever heard of or opened before. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is something that I didn't believe existed, and yet it does, because now I have a box of it. So we're going to open that next week at some point. And I've also got a grading return next week. I know you guys really enjoy when I send out cards to get graded, and then they come back, and it's going to be the kind of video I always do for a grading return, where I show you the cards raw and I tell you what I think that they're going to get. And then on the same video, I show you what happens when they come back, and you can very easily compare it, and I walk you through it, and it's really enjoyable. I enjoy doing them a lot, and I enjoy going back and kind of looking and see how close my estimations were. I'm usually pretty close, and see what happens this time. So you got a grading return to look forward to next week. Of course, more Dorking with Dice. We'll see if all 3 sports make it to the box or not. And then we've got we're doing a pack battle next week. I cannot forget that. That's the real highlight of the week. Every Wednesday, got a pack battle, so we'll be doing one of those next week. I have no idea what we'll be battling. We usually decide like the night before, so it's a lot of fun for me not knowing what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen right now, though. We're going to get in to some Dorking with Dice, and it's going to be good. I put a lot of good stuff in the box today. I think we got some very nice packs in here. While I'm thinking about it, please hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot, and I really appreciate it. In our number 1 spot, special packs in 110 and 20, and in number 1 we've got 1994-95 Topps Finest Hockey. Very unusual pack, and one you do not see open very much. Lots of inserts in here, including Bowman's Best, Division's Finest Clear Cut, Ringleader's Power Matrix, Refractors, all kinds of good stuff in that pack. It's a really good one. In the number 10 spot, we've got 1984 Donruss. You guys know what a great pack this is. Don Mattingly rookie card possibility out of there. Very pricey card in pack fresh PSA 10 condition. And back here in the number 20 spot, we've got 1983 Topps Football. Tons of great stuff in here. Some good rookies as well, including I think you get Marcus Allen rookie out of here. A couple other Hall of Famers too. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I know that there are some other very good rookies in there. So some great packs in the 110 and 20 spots and throughout. I really tried to add some very nice stuff this week. So let's see what our first pack is on this week's edition of Dorking with Dice. It's going to be number 15. A lot of spinning on the die there, but 15 is our pack. So I'm going to start with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 is a football pack. Fleer 1993 football. This is a jumbo pack. 29 cards in here, And I believe there are autograph cards that you can pull out of here. I think it might be Steve Young, if I'm remembering right. I know there's a Steve Young insert set that you can pull, but I'm pretty sure he also signed cards. Odds of finding a hand-signed card are 1 in 5,000 packs. So there you go. It is possible. You never know. And this is like a double pack because it has 29 cards. So for us, it's really like 1 out of 2,500 packs, which pretty good odds, guys. Let's see how we do here with our first pack of the day on Dorking with Dice. Some sweet Fleer 1993 football. These are backwards and forwards. They're not upper deck, though, so I don't know why they're behaving that way. But we got... I'll flip these guys over that way and start this way. It looks like most of these are the way we want to go. 1993 Fleer football, the one thing about them is they don't put the player's first name on the front of the card, which I think should not be allowed, but they got away with it. So we have Hopkins from the Eagles. I couldn't tell you who that is. That is Wes Hopkins, so I don't really remember. Naga, who signed with the Redskins but ended up in the Eagles uniform still on this card, but he had been traded apparently to the Redskins. Jones, that's Rod Jones, all right. And Hanson, the kicker for the Lions. Vincent, is that Troy Vincent? It is indeed Troy Vincent. Very good cornerback for the Dolphins for several years. Simeon, is that Tracy Simeon for the Chiefs, linebacker for them. Heck for the Seahawks. And probably a lot of people on the Seahawks used to say that because they were not so good in 93, I don't think. Hinton for the Falcons, is that Chris Hinton? It is indeed. He used to play for the Colts, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly about him. Brandon, the less said about the Browns, the better. Slaughter, is that Webster? It is indeed Webster Slaughter, wide receiver there for the Oilers. He also played for the Browns, I believe, if I'm remembering right. Ozen, tackle for the Bears. Can't say I remember him. And I can't even read that. Does that say Irvins or Irving? What is that? Ricky Irvins. Everett, safety for the Cowboys. Thomas Everett. Benny Blades, safety for the Lions. And we got Bobby Hebert, who went on to play for the Falcons after that. Marshall, linebacker for the Redskins. Joyner, another linebacker. Is this Dan? No, not Dan Hampton. Rodney Hampton. That's right. Dan Hampton played for the Bears. Different guy altogether. Butts and Heck, both in the same pack. Taylor, I know who that is. That is John Taylor, the excellent wide receiver for the 49ers. That's a good one. Bennett, linebacker for the Packers. And there, did we get 2 Benny Blades in here? Are you kidding me? Heck indeed, I say, if that is the case. And I think we did. And I am very opposed to that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I imagined the other Blades in here, but I thought we got a second Blades card. All right, I'm imagining things. I really thought we got another one, but I guess we didn't. I don't know what's going on. I thought for sure we got another one. Yeah, we did get another Blades. It's not the same player, though. Got Benny Blades, and is this, who is this? This is Brian Blades. I believe they were brothers. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, as you often do, but I believe they were brothers. Here's Nick Casillas. Is that who that? Tony Casillas. There we go. For the Cowboys, and then these are all backwards, so I'll flip those around, and we get our insert card, which is a 5 of 5 team leader of Cortez Kennedy from the Seahawks, who I mocked earlier. That's a pretty card, though. I'm not a Seahawks fan, but that's a really pretty card. I like the lightning on there, and it's kind of a color match for the Seahawks, too. That's a nice card. I give that a thumbs up, despite not being much of a fan of them. Team leaders, Cortez Kennedy. Andre Reed, the great wide receiver for the Bills there. And Joe Montana, that's a sweet card. It says now that he was traded to the Chiefs. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty neat to see him at that point in his career. Put that in the wolf lair. And Boutte, is that who that is? Mark Boutte. And Anderson. Some of these are hard to read. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Eddie Anderson. And we finish off with Eric Williams. So, I think they're pretty cards, and I do like the look of that insert, but I don't know if I'll be opening those again. It's a little tough to get through those, not remembering the first names of some of the players from that era, even though I watched a ton of football then. The names just didn't stay with me for whatever reason. Let's see what our second pack is going to be. It is pack 13. Well, we know 15 was right here, so this is 14, and here is 13, and it is hockey. It is dual language hockey, 1991-92, Upper Deck, and you can find I believe Brett Hull signed for this, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me check the back of this pack. I believe I'm right. It does not say that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Find one of the 2,500 personally autographed Brett Hull cards. So, you know, didn't find an autograph in the last one, but maybe we've got a shot here. It doesn't say what the odds are, but I would imagine that they would be similar, if not worse, than the odds for the Fleer pack. Of course, this is an Upper Deck pack, so this is a thick foil that they have packaged these cards in, which has protected them these many years until we get to open it today. If we pry our way into this, and there's a Nordiques player right off the top there. We can play Identify the Player there. Who is that Nordiques player? I'm going to say I don't recognize him. It is Matt Sundin. Should have recognized that. Matt Sundin starts things off there. Nice portrait of him. We flip this over and see Sergei Fedorov. Nice card of Fedorov there in the Russian uniform. That's pretty cool. I don't think I have that one, and that is going to go in the Wolf Lair for sure. Got Phil Housley, good player there, defensiveman for the Jets. Flip this over. We got Gino Odjic, a left winger there for the Canucks. Love those old uniforms. Jeff Brown and Bob Kudelski, right winger there for Los Angeles. We got a Leafs player here. Scott Thornton is coming into focus there for you. I don't know what my camera's doing with these cards. They're not that difficult to focus. There we go. Scott Thornton for the Leafs. Ken Quiney for the Nordiques. And another Leafs player here, Alexander Gudnyuk, the defensiveman for the Maple Leafs. Blackhawks player Jeremy Roenick. That's a nice card too. Not a rookie, but still an early card of, I think Roenick's on the Hall of Fame. He certainly was on that track. We got Don Beaupre, the excellent goalie there with the Caps. He played for several different teams. And Kevin Hatcher finishes things off there, another Caps player, defensiveman. And not a bad pack. We did pull a nice Fedorov and some good players out of there. Let's go to our third pack here, see if we can hit one of the big packs, the 1, 10, or 20 in today's Magic Box on Dorking with Dice. We get 18. Usually we get 17, but instead we get 18. So we got 20, and then the rack pack is 19, and then 18 is more hockey. 1990 Score Premier Edition. This first year Score did hockey, if I'm remembering correctly, and they did not do Series 1 or Series 2 or any of that stuff. They just did all one big series, and of course lots of Hall of Famers in here. No, I don't think there are any inserts in Score 1990. I think this is just all going to be base set stuff. There's some subsets and cool things like that, but I don't think there are any inserts in 90 Score. We got Garth Butcher for the Canucks. Get this in focus, and we'll continue on. Garth Butcher there. And Oof Dahlin. We got Greg Mooney and Greg Millen. There's the Brett Hull card. We're hoping for one of those in the previous pack, but there he is with the Lady Byng trophy. Sweet-looking card there of Brett in the tuxedo. Stan Smile, long-time NHLer there, and he's definitely not smiling. Played for the Canucks for a while and a couple other teams, I believe. Jim Rivnak. I can't pronounce things. Jim Rivnak from the Caps, and that is a prospect card. So as a rookie, here's another one. Adrian Plavsic from the Canucks as well. It's a Canucks day, man. We're pulling a lot of them. Frantesek Musil from the North Stars back when they were still in Minnesota. Todd Kriegier and Troy Murray. We got Craig Janey and Daniel Marois. Jeff Chichron and Tom Curvers finishes off that completely nondescript pack of nobody that I really have anything to say about. That was not the best pack we have ever pulled. Let's go to our next pack. Maybe this one will be a little more exciting. We still haven't hit a baseball pack. Let's see if we can roll one up here, because baseball is not going to be in the box that much longer. We hit pack 10, and that is a baseball pack. How about that? That's a very good baseball pack. It is the best baseball pack in the box, one of the best packs in the box, maybe even the best one in the box, depending upon your point of view. It's 1984 Donruss. We are looking for a Don Mattingly rookie out of here. That's the biggest card that we can pull. Lots of other good cards, too. Second-year cards of Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn, and Ryan Sandberg. Those are also very nice. A lot of Hall of Famers in here, too, including George Brett, Cal Ripken, Mike Schmidt. Tons and tons of Hall of Famers. Nolan Ryan also. A lot of great cards here. Carefully open these. No gum, but we do have a puzzle with some red, white, and blue bunting just in time for I don't know, is there a holiday this weekend? I don't think there's a holiday this weekend, or if there is, I'm unaware of. Just in time for daylight savings time. There's nothing more American than that. So there you go. I don't remember who the puzzle was. It was Duke Snyder. So I'll put that over there with the other puzzle pieces that I've collected. Greg Lefferts starts things off here for us in our big 1984 Donruss baseball pack. Greg Lefferts, Chris Welch, and we got Bruce Bereni from the Reds. We got 3 pitchers to start this pack off, and there's another one, the frowning face of Joe Niekro. Frowny face because he didn't make the Hall of Fame, but his brother did. We got Mike Smithson. It's an all-pitchers pack so far. Mike Smithson looks delighted about it. And there's another one, Alan Ramirez, who looks as puzzled as I am about the contents of this pack. Why so many pitchers, we want to know. Bryn Smith doesn't have an answer for us. He's just another pitcher hanging out in this pack. And here's another one for us. It's Eddie Lynch from the Mets. He looks suspicious there, frankly. I don't like that expression at all. Finally, we get a non-pitcher. It is the catcher, Tony Pena, a catcher I always really liked. Thought he was a very good catcher. Had a real great arm. Could throw out base runners from a sitting position behind home plate. Guy was quite talented. Hal McRae, the happy outfielder and now DH later in his career for Kansas City. His son Brian played as well. Rick Camp, who played in the majors for a long time. Broderick Perkins, there he is, who goes by Broad. That's the first time it's always Broderick on all of the other cards I've seen of that player. So I guess later in his career he decided he was just going to go by Broad. I don't think I've ever met a broad in my life. If you have, I mean, I bet some broads in my life, but I've never met a broad. You're not allowed to call women that anymore unless you're also a woman, by the way. So I don't know when that rule happened, but apparently it's one. You got Fred Brianing there and Keith Atherton continuing the pitcher parade. And we finish off with Brian Olkers, who looks as confused about this pack as I feel. That was also, man, we are not having very good luck in these packs today. I'm going to go ahead and put this team leaders card over there and put the baseball cards there. And that was one of our big packs, and we got really nothing out of that. That was not an exciting pack at all. Let's see if we can do a little better. Man, roll a 5th pack here. I don't always do 5, but I feel like I got to today. We pulled just about nothing out of these packs. What do we have here? We got 9. Well, that's easy too because I just opened 10. So what is 9? It is baseball as well. 1992 Pinnacle. And this was the first year that Pinnacle, I believe it's the first year that Pinnacle did cards, 1992. And that's Ryan Sandberg on the front there. So hopefully we get something out of here. We got, I think this is, it's Series 1. So I believe that was the better series from Pinnacle's first offering. And there are inserts. There are definitely inserts in here. There are some nice subsets as well, but I believe you get an insert in every pack of these. So we should pull something interesting out of here. Let's see if we can do better than the last pack. Man, that Donruss pack was not a good one. We start off with a pitcher that does not excite me, but it is Darryl Kyle of the Astros. These are a little bit sticky, not too bad though. We got Todd Stottlemyre, who looks surprised. It's like he's thrown the ball and just realized who he's throwing to. That's a very strange picture of Todd Stottlemyre. There's a backs there, and there's Todd's very strange and disturbing face. We got Scott Severus, or Servais rather, another Astros player. Kirk Dressendorfer, another rookie there. And then we get an Idols insert. That's pretty cool. Ozzie Smith being the player who is being idolized. And who is that? Is that Knobloch? I'm going to guess that's Chuck Knobloch. See if it is. It is indeed Chuck Knobloch, who you think would have a happier face being on the same card with his idol, Ozzie Smith. Pretty cool card, though. I like that one. I'll put that in the Wolf Lair, because we have not really pulled much to go in there today. Jose Offerman from the Dodgers. Mike Sharperson, another Dodgers player there, back-to-back. And see who is behind him. Jeff Montgomery. Joe Slasarski from the A's. Jimmy Key, very good pitcher for the Blue Jays for several years. Behind Jimmy Key, we have Darren Jackson and Bernard Gilkey. Greg Vaughn there, good Brewers player. A lot of people liked him back in the day. Another good Toronto Blue Jays pitcher. It's Dave Stieb. He was a very good pitcher for them. Barry Larkin, there's a pretty good card. And Kirby Puckett, that's one I'm actually excited about. I like Kirby Puckett a lot. I think I have that card, but I'll double check my Puckett binder to make sure, and we'll leave Larkin on top and cover up that disgraceful Donruss pack. Dare we do 6 packs today? I feel like we may need to. We've had not a good run on these cards. So let's see if we can do a sixth pack. I don't usually do six. It's rare that I do five. It's quite rare that I do six. But if we're going to do one, I feel like today is the day. We get lucky number 13. So we had 10 and 9. So this is 11, 12, and 13 is another baseball pack. I'll take that because we're probably not going to have baseball in the box next week, or at least if we do, it'll be the last week. So I'll take as much baseball as I can get. It's a 95 Topps Series 1, and this is a power pack in case anybody was going to question whether this pack was going to be exciting or not. It's a power pack, guys. So it's going to be awesome. You should find a Spectralite insert card in this pack, and as you can see, there are lots of inserts and other kinds of cards listed on the back here, and some sort of contest that you could have entered in 1995 and been whisked away to some sort of baseball card paradise where you could do all kinds of great things. Rusty Greer starts things off here, catching a ball down in the dugout by the looks of it. That's a strange picture of Rusty Greer there, but there you go. Again, this is 1995 Topps Baseball Series 1. Pretty cards. Always like these cards a lot. Why is Darren Lewis backwards? Explain to me this. There's Darren Lewis. That is, I think, one of the Spectralite inserts we were talking about here, because the whole card is sort of foily there, as you can see when I tilt it in the light. So Darren Lewis is our Spectralite insert, and John Wasden is the Future Stars card. You can get a Future Stars Jeter out of these packs, I think, but it is in no way his rookie card. It is just a Future Stars card of him when he was young. Eddie Williams there, and more backwards cards. I don't quite understand the collation here, but see, we got an all-star card of Griffey and Bonds. That's a pretty sweet card, actually. That's not bad at all. It's a pretty good one. I do collect Griffey. I do not collect Bonds, but I'll throw that in the stack and check, see if I have that card. Domingo Cedeno, one of the many Cedeños who have played Major League Baseball. Kurt Manwaring, another Giants player there. Ray Lankford. And Ed Sprague from the Blue Jays. I don't know why these keep going in and out of focus. I apologize for that. Sideways card of Billy Spears. We got Ken Ryan there pitching for the Red Sox. And more backwards cards. More backwards cards. This is Jeff Montgomery from Kansas City, and Mike McFarland also from Kansas City, I believe, the other part of that battery. Jose Canseco with the Rangers. Unusual to see him in that uniform, that's for sure. And Bobby Ayala finishes things off there. And that is the end of Dorking with Dice today. I gotta tell you, that was not such the best episode. We did pull some decent cards, I guess. The nice Joe Montana there, and an early Fedorov card. I assume that's his rookie, actually. I'm not familiar with that card of Fedorov. Nice Idols card with Ozzie Smith and a Puckett. And then this pretty cool All-Star card with Griffey and Bonds, two of the giants of the game back then. So, not too bad, I guess. I don't know. I was really hoping for something great out of that 1984 Donruss pack, and I think when you didn't get it, I was kind of like, All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I always have fun. Even when I don't pull great stuff, I always have fun opening these vintage packs. It's just tremendously enjoyable to me. We'll be back next week, as I said, on Monday with an awesome mail day. I'm going to try to open that package with my son, as I've been told. There's some things in there for him as well, so that should be fun. And then a cavalcade of great stuff awaits us next week. I look forward to seeing you back here. Have a great weekend, and as always, happy collecting.